Hello, all my wonderful queen bosses. How is everybody doing? I want to welcome everybody to the Queen Boss Show. Give yourself a round of applause for just being here with me. I appreciate all of my listeners, my followers, and my supporters. Today we're going to be talking about the power of one. And this title has several meanings. We're talking about the power of the number one. We're discussing the power of oneself, right? So this topic came to mind last week. I am big on numbers and spirituality. I noticed a few times last week that when I looked at my phone or the clock, I would see 11:11, 1:11 repeatedly. So I Googled what the number one means and what 11 means, and I want to share that with you all. So the angel number one is the angel number that you are likely to see often on your spiritual journey. As a spiritual person, you are likely to encounter new beginnings all of the time. Seeing angel number one again and again means that the universe is offering you a new beginning or a clean slate. Right. Okay. The number 11 is a master number, which means that it resonates in an extremely high vibration. Angel number 11 represents a transmutation of your personal power to a higher, more spiritual level. Master number 11 is associated with spiritual illumination and our inner teacher. And that says a lot, and it means a lot to me for several reasons. The first reason being is I have been reevaluating my journey, my passions, my God-given talents, my strength, and my power for a few months. So seeing the number one repeatedly, I began to Google what it means, pay attention to my thoughts and my actions, what I was doing with my time, and really where I wanted to channel that energy and how I wanted to make better use of my time and make sure that everything that I am doing has a purpose that is aligning with my journey for my walk here on earth. It made me think about the power of oneself, myself, how much power I have, how much power my thoughts have, how much power my words have, how much energy I'm putting into things that don't make me better, don't vibrate me on a higher level, the people that I'm spending the most time with, the people that either raise my frequency or bring my frequency down. So you have to think about your power and what you're giving your power to. How much power oneself has, how much power in everything that you do that can change the course of your day, the course of your week, the course of your year by putting power into things that really matter, things that are going to allow you to grow and evolve into a better person, a better human, a better brother, sister, cousin, aunt, mother, wife, girlfriend, employer, employee, boss, queen, lover, friend. All of those things matter. The power of oneself, the power of one, just one person can have an effect on an entire nation. And not to bring up tragedy, but just think about the recent loss of hip-hop, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, just how much power he had in his passing that affected an entire nation, that made people really stop in their tracks and think about the things that they were doing with their time and their lives and their purpose and their journey and their calling and their community, and how they can be better, how they can help people, how they can just be a bigger force in the community and just in life and just in your job and your career and just your everyday thinking, just being better. So seeing the number one repeatedly over the course of this week and this month and this year, I've seen that number several times, a lot of times. And I said to myself, what does this mean? Why am I always constantly seeing the number one? What message is trying to get to me? What am I missing? And what I was missing was my own power, my own strength, my own inner goddess that lies within me, that was lying dormant, that I had no idea that I was just letting it sit idle. The power of one, the power of oneself, the power of my thoughts. And over the past few days, since I began to see the number one and the number 11 and began to really hone on what it means and how powerful my thoughts were, how powerful my words are, I began to change the routine of my day. I began to do things that were meaningful. I began to plan my days. I began to implement structure in my days. I began to discipline myself. I began to create a routine that made me hold myself accountable. I began to set a schedule of waking up early, spending time with myself, working out, which has been a challenge for me for quite some time, even with a trainer, and more so without a trainer. But recently, I've been working out on my own consistently for maybe about 45 days now, in the morning and at evening, 30 minutes a day. I wanted to start off small. I wanted to make sure that I set attainable goals that I could accomplish, and I wouldn't feel bad if I didn't meet that goal or end up beating myself or wanting to give up because I felt like it was too tough. And I know that working out is a struggle for me. So if I started small, then I'll be able to make it a part of my day. Like, it's something that I have to do. I have to hold myself accountable for it. And I started off just one time a day in the morning before work, or either after work or during my lunch break, whichever time worked best for me. And after a couple of weeks, I felt like I needed to push myself more. So I started working out 2 times a day, in the morning and at night, or in the morning and during my lunch. And I made sure that I worked out consistently every day. And if I didn't work out every day, I decided to make that one day my rest day. So I knew the next day I have to get back on it, and I have to stay focused, and I have to accomplish these goals. I began setting time to write in my journal, and I began to write out affirmations. I began to state things like, I am powerful. See, we're talking about power again, right? How powerful your thoughts are, how powerful your words are. And saying these things in the morning and at nighttime before I end my day and in the beginning of my day to get that confidence and put those things in my head. So whatever comes my way, whatever obstacles, whatever challenges, I know that I am powerful. The power of oneself, the power of myself to accomplish my goals, my tasks, to make it throughout the day, smiling and enjoying life and enjoying the lesson and taking from the lesson, not beating myself up for not doing things perfectly, acknowledging the fact that I will make mistakes. I may not do things right all the time, but I have the power to learn from that. I have the power to grow from that. I have the power to realize that I can do things better. I can start over the next day, and I won't make those same mistakes again. Saturday afternoon, I listened to a powerful live session with Coach Stormy Willerton on Instagram. Shout out to Coach Stormy Willerton. If you ever get to hear this podcast one day in the future, gotta give you a round of applause. Gotta give you a round of applause for taking time out your day, sharing your experience with us from your recent trip to Cambodia. And during that live, there were a lot of things that I took away, but there were a lot of questions that Coach Stormy asked. A few of those questions I took notes was, what am I good at? The second point was unlearning and relearning. Unlearning everything that I've been told, that I've been taught, that I thought was right, and relearning different ways, relearning my power, relearning my strength, relearning what works for me. Understanding that repetition is key. Doing things repeatedly, doing things consistently. Mind you, setting structure, waking up, working out twice a day, once a day, implementing those small steps so that it's a consistent routine in my life. What value can you add to your job, your relationships, your business, your friends, your family, the universe? And can you teach it? Is it something teachable? Is it something that people can learn from? Your trials, your journey, your mistakes, your accomplishments, your goals, your achievements. Can you teach these to someone else? Can you help someone else become more powerful, a better person, evolve, grow, realize their strengths, realize their power, and continuously seeing the number one, I knew that I had to accept my power. I had to walk in my power, and I had to realize that I am enough. I am powerful. The power of one. All it takes is one person to dedicate their time and their cause to a goal that can change another person, that will change one more person, that will change one more person, that will change one more person, that will spark one more person to evolve, to grow, to realize their power. So I leave you all with the thought of the power of one. What is your power? How powerful are you? How much power can you exude into the universe? The power of one person, the number one, the number 11. And when you see the number one, when you see the number 11, think about what has been going on in your life. Think about what's happening next, what happened before that, and pay attention and get in line with your power and your destiny and your walk and your journey. And know that you are powerful and you are enough. The power of one can be more powerful than 100. Thank you for listening. Check me out on Instagram, Queen Boss, Facebook, Shamara L. Text the numbers. See us on YouTube. Leave a comment. Follow us. I love my Queen Bosses, and we'll be talking next week.